Shot and left for dead, a Derby woman who nearly lost her life is overcoming one challenge after another. Her resilience and strength makes her one of the remarkable women of Kansas we are honoring this month.
It's such a small community.
Well, I didn't believe it at first.
At 9:30 in the morning on a Tuesday morning, you think you're safe.
I was like, that is just bizarre.
Who's going to think that your wife is getting shot in Derby at 9:30 in the morning?
And I was balled up thinking, I'm going to die right here. This is my command center.
A lot has changed for Julie Dombo since August 2015.
My iPad, my phone.
The wife and mother is self-sufficient.
I can do this all myself if John's gone.
But the ride toward independence is a challenge Dombo never thought she would face twice.
I consciously made myself every day get up and live every day, because every day is a gift.
That gift was nearly taken from her on a summer morning about 5 years ago.
I was a race walker, and I had just driven over to Derby because it was hot and they are in the shade.
After her workout, Dombo drove to the local AT&T store.
I couldn't figure out how to manage my pictures. I just had a question on it.
A question Dombo would never get to ask.
He was just getting ready to lock up the door and do whatever to those two young clerks. And I kind of foiled his plan because I walked in.
A robber armed with a gun, handcuffs and zip ties demanded she and two clerks follow his instructions.
I immediately thought, he's going to take the three of us back in the back room and rape us and murder us.
With only seconds to react, the newly retired teacher made a bold move.
And I just said, no! And he immediately stepped back because he was too close to me. And I saw he was going to shoot me, point blank.
Dombo was hit twice.
I looked at him and said, you shot me.
The shooter ran, leaving the then 60-year-old on the floor of the phone store.
And I thought I was going to bleed to death, blood coming out all over.
Two workers from nearby stores eventually came to Dombo's rescue before paramedics arrived.
They put me on the operating table, and John got over me, and I said, don't let me die. And he said, don't worry, you're not going to.
Dombo was in a coma for a week. After waking, she soon learned her fight was far from over. Days later, she lost her hands and feet.
We watched them go from red to purple to black. I knew they looked just like mummy hands, just like mummies.
Bubbly, optimistic Dombo hit rock bottom, her family taking notice.
And then John took my limbs and said, I don't care about these, I care about what's in here. I care about you and your heart.
Heart is what it took Dombo to pick herself up, making the most of the 114 days in a hospital room and the following weeks in rehab.
I didn't want to lose my positive demeanor.
She didn't.
So there's your pointer finger.
In fact, Dombo's positivity only grew.
Good morning. This is Modified Pilates.
She and KSN chronicled her recovery.
We've been practicing, taking pins out.
From learning how to use a pair of robotic hands.
I always wait for anybody.
To getting behind the wheel. Even a simple trip to the grocery store became an awaited accomplishment.
And put them in my car and keep on going. Ta-da!
Ta-da moments now happen regularly.
Ta-da!
As Dombo becomes more confident in herself and her newfound abilities.
And we have a new ta-da moment. If I could get my hands on. Ta-da!
It's moments like this that has friend Cindy Dick in awe.
I think she is the epitome of what we all should live like.
Dick nominated Dombo for the Remarkable Woman honor.
If she can go through that, I can go through anything.
Just when people thought Dombo had been through it all, She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017, but that didn't faze her. She beat it about a year later, walking her daughter down the aisle during treatment.
It was very emotional to think that I almost wasn't there, that I shouldn't be there, and there I was.
Now she's here for others, sharing her story with lawmakers, fellow amputees, and Wichita's youth. Why?
I feel like my days on earth were not meant to be over yet. Try to live each day with no regrets.
Because you never know when your ta-da moments could be taken from you. Dombo is an advocate for other amputees, encouraging legislation requiring insurance companies provide quality prosthetics. Just this month, she received news Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas will begin doing so in 2021.
Well, she has not slowed down.
Absolutely amazing, and she never complains.
Nope.
Totally positive. So, congratulations to her.
Yeah.